Yeah. Hey, what's up, my gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful queen bees? It is your girl Amanda, the buzzed artist. Welcome back to another story time. So for today, I wanted to talk to you all about why art, be it paintings, poems, acting, planking while reciting a tearful rendition of A Bronx Tale, is important to us as human beings and is integral to how we grow as a people and as a society. This is a vital point I want to talk about today because, well, there are many people in this world that feel art is unnecessary, or even worse, people who are so terrified to pursue the art field because they were told over and over and over again that art is not important or vital for humanity. Why do you want to paint pictures for? Become an engineer, become a doctor, become a lawyer, build a bridge, do open heart surgery, create a safe gas-efficient car, make a difference for a change. Art only makes things look good. What good is a freshly painted building if it can't stand? What good is musical theater if we can't have the sound, set, and light engineers making it all happen? You know why? Because art is frivolous, anybody can do it, and it is stupid. Man, I gotta ask, have you heard something similar to this, my dear queen bees? And if you have, good, because I will share with you what these small-minded people are struggling to grasp for all their lives. More likely than not, children who show great potential with their art are stifled and told to pursue a more quote-unquote meaningful venture, told to stuff their true emotions and their authenticity in order to play the facade that is society's perception of what life really is. And let me tell you something, if you have ever found yourself gazing at a beautiful mural in awe, captivated, moved even by its powerful message, or contextualize the anguish in someone's work to your own despair, or related to an actor portraying the struggles of someone trying to be themselves but can't, saw a movie that made you laugh and cry at the same time. If you have said yes to any of this, you have experienced and have been moved by art. So, if I may, let's define what art actually is. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of what art is a skill acquired by experience, study, or observation. The art that we know of it today is about the artist expressing their own style, regardless of ability or style. And in the context of visual artists like ourselves, we sometimes use art to tell a story, and other times to express an emotion that cannot be captured orally, whether it be for others or for ourselves. And one can argue that art evolved over the millennia to allow artists the freedom to express themselves in this way. And so why is that? While I was doing some thinking on this subject, the big question I kept coming back to was, how has art changed the world? To find the answer to this, we can go back to as early as our caveman days to see how art was used. So if we rewind a little bit and take a look at cave drawings communicated a story to others on the conquest of man over beast with hunting. And with Greek and Roman art, we saw an exploration of self, with the beautiful human form captured with statues and paintings. And we've seen art being used as morale-boosting propaganda for political figures, royalty, and for religion, used to honor ancestors and dearly departed with beautiful colors and imagery to highlight the impact that those people who have left this world had on this world. Art was also used to celebrate the human being with gorgeous mixes of colors that each represented what that culture held so dear. And really, art has provided a playground for highlighting the human condition, giving viewers a platform to feel, relate, and validate their own experiences, because it is presented in a way that rises above the mundane, everyday noise that is life. So all in all, art was used to portray the human experience and communicate what it is like to be human. Because you see, when we take the time to understand our past and all our struggles, and to put it into perspective, it begins crafting a future that encourages critical thought. And granted, yes, art cannot directly build buildings, cure cancer, or give you warmth on a cold winter's night. Granted, the assets of math and science are so incredibly important and vital, and that's not what this video is about, that math and science are less than what art is. But the very presence of math and science alone doesn't negate the utter importance of art in our world. I think that art is a part of a yin and yang relationship. As much as we need objectivity, we also need subjectivity. As much as we need facts and formulas of math and science, we too need the emotional carriage that is art. We need both. one cannot live without the other. In the past, we see time and time again that art promotes thought and perspective, and with thought breeds action, and with action comes creation. Inspiration from that creation then takes hold, and the cycle begins anew. So you could say that in the past, that art was used as a fabric and bridge between countless cultures and people. That, over time and space, has evolved into what we know art as today as anything you want it to be. Art is anything you want it to be. And we have seen examples of this over and over again in our history, and even today. Art can change the way we think. It challenges the given, the here and now, the status quo. It opens up unfamiliar horizons. It standardizes problematic views of the world, and the best art can prompt you to ask questions and put you into doubt so that you can begin to be curious about the world around you again. It is a barometer of society. And there is a quote that famously says, "Art shakes the tree and all the monkeys fall out." Art can change the world on a micro level. It is a tool to energize for a cause. And it is a form of soft power that fosters dialogue, engagement, and brings out opposing views in a constructive way. So all in all, we need art in this world, for without it, we cannot evolve as a species. So why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about why art is so important on this channel? I'm talking about it because if you are someone who had their love of art beaten out of them, who was afraid that their art and therefore their own self-expression means nothing, think again. We are humans. We grow and develop when we learn to communicate and express ourselves. The world needs your art. The world needs your voice. You never know who your art will speak to. It could speak to an 89-year-old woman, or it could speak to a 3-year-old male. Whether it be a hot political issue, or to yourself. Art always speaks an important message to someone who desperately needs to hear it. So learn to use art as a constant source of support and encouragement for our better selves. If you would like to see more details as to how art has significantly impacted the world, I will include some YouTube videos in the description below that will really paint a picture for you and how art is so incredibly significant to us as humans and why it will always impact us positively for a better future. My Queen Bees, I hope you enjoyed this message that I have here today, and I also hope you enjoyed watching me paint this really cool painting. This is the first painting I'm doing in my Paintings of ASMR series. It's just highlighting how ASMR has really taken our society by storm. You would look on every YouTube video and there's some mention of ASMR somewhere, and if you haven't heard of ASMR, go look it up. It's a very interesting phenomena. If you also like this painting, you can buy this at my website, which is www.thebuzzartist.com/shop. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. You know what to do so that you can see more fun story times and art stuff from me to you in the future. Alright everyone, I wish you all a happy, glorious day, and I love you. Bye!